I used to struggle with twist outs so bad until I finally figured out the formula. Today, I'm showing you the exact routine that gives me fluffy, defined curls every single time. I'm going to be showing you products, technique, all the little things that actually matter. If you want a twist out that lasts and looks good the moment you take it down, this is the video for you. And don't forget to subscribe for more hair and lifestyle content. Now, if you're new here, then I'm going to let you in on one of my biggest principles, and that is that natural hair is not something that should be tiring or exhausting and actually should be a form of self-care. So while we're doing this whole styling wash day, I'm throwing on some eye patches, drinking my water, because this is my self-care day. Now let's get into the style, and I'm sure you guessed it, we are starting on freshly washed hair and then immediately following up with the LCO method. This LCO step is imperative to having a long-lasting twist out because you don't want your hair dry by day 3. Using the LCO method is going to make sure that your hair is getting its moisture, locking it in so it stays nicely moisturized for the entire week. Now, before we go in with the last step, the LCO method, which is oil, I'm going to go in with a blow-dry heat protecting cream just because I'm going to be stretching my hair. I try to twist out on both stretched hair and not stretched hair, and I prefer my hair stretched when I do my twist outs. I find that it's a lot easier to manage, a lot easier to twist. It gives me some extra length just because my hair isn't super long. But what's really important is that you want to detangle your hair. You do not want your hair being tangled and knotted before you go and stretch your hair because it's just going to make your life a lot harder, and we do not want that. Now it's time to call in the big guns. My Rivera. This is my baby. I love her. I use her every single wash. We're going to be stretching my hair on tension 7 high heat, which is number 2. And then lastly, we're going to follow up with the O and LCO method, which is the oil. And I'm going to use this one from Briogeo. I love this stuff. I'm really making sure that I'm working this into the hair, not really hitting the root, but more just like the overall hair and then the ends especially. And we are working in small sections. If you do not have a Rivera, then you can go ahead, skip the step, and just stretch your hair like you normally would with your blow dry, whether you're using like a brush blow dry or just a standard blow dry. Once your entire head is blow dried, stretched, it's time to get into the products that we're going to be using. I like to focus on products that are not only long lasting and are going to have a super good hold, but are also moisturizing. We want our hair to be moisturized the entire time that we have this style in. So when you pair these two together, a strong hold moisturizing mousse with a thick cream product like this twisting butter from Camille Rose. My hair here is sectioned into 4 ponytails. I take one ponytail and section that into 2 halves. Now you'll have 2 sections of hair. You're going to pin up one section, and for the last section remaining, you're going to want to separate that into 2. Now for our first layer of product, we're going to use the curl mousse from Pattern Beauty. I always start with 1 pump of product just because I don't want to go overboard and get our hair too wet, because then our hair's going to shrink up and we're going to lose the whole advantage of stretching our hair. And I find that less is always more when it comes to doing a twist out. You really don't need that much product. If your products are really good quality and are going to do what it says, you really don't need to use much. For our second layer, of course, we're going in with that twisting butter, and now it's time to talk about twisting technique. For your twist, you're going to have your 2 pieces of hair. You're going to wrap them around another, and that's how you make a twist. However, we are not borrowing from another piece of hair once you start twisting, because that is going to cause frizz. It's going to cause pulling on the hair. It's going to make the takedown process just not easier. Trust me, I had to learn the hard way. Now, when you get to the end of your twist and it starts to look like this, you're going to want to take a little bit of mousse and just apply to the ends and curl it around your finger just to make sure that our ends aren't looking dry or going to be frizzy during the takedown process. This is going to give it that nice curl so it looks good when you take down your twist. Another pro tip that I have for you guys is to make sure that your hair is thoroughly detangled before you're doing these twists. If you haven't noticed already, every time that I apply a layer of product, I'm going in with my brush and I am combing through that section of hair to really make sure it's nice and smooth. There's no knots and tangles, so that when I get to twisting, everything is going to be a seamless, easy process. This is also why I like to stretch my hair, because it just makes it really easy to comb through the hair, make sure there's no knots or anything going on. Another key tip is to have a game plan of how you want your twist or your afro to kind of lay once they're done. I like to twist my hair in a way that the sides are kind of laying flat down straight, and then I like to keep the front section of my hair kind of with no parts, so there's no middle parts, kind of just a free flow of like a bang kind of hovering over my eyes, and that's the way that I twist my hair. So I twist my hair the way I want my hair to lay so that it's a much easier process when I take them down and it just sits the way I want it to sit. We are at the halfway mark of this twist out, actually more like 80%, but now my hair is fully twisted, and what's so important is you want to let your twist dry, okay? I let my twist dry for a minimum of 18 to 24 hours. Now let's get into this takedown process. Do not start untwisting your twist if your hands are not oiled. Please oil your hands. I like to use the same oil we used earlier, coat them all over my fingertips, and then we can get to taking down these twists. Now, please make sure you have patience and time when it comes to taking down your twist. Do not rush this process. I like to kind of unravel my twist going in the opposite direction of what you originally twisted your hair, and then you'll kind of find an opening where you can kind of get your finger in there and then undo the whole twist, and it should very easily come apart. Like, this should not be a difficult process. If you didn't borrow hair when you originally did your twist, this should be a seamless process. Now this is 95% of like the finished product, the finished look. These are my twist, freshly unraveled, no separating, very defined, very moisturized, very shiny. However, I like to get some volume. I love some volume, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and separate a few of these twists. Your twist will naturally get more voluminous as the days go on, but I am a little impatient and I like to do it on day one. This does mean you will get some frizz, but I'm okay to get some frizz as long as I get a voluminous fro. Yeah, this is pretty much the final result. I hope you guys found this tutorial useful and now feel confident enough to go and attempt it yourself. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I will definitely be answering them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.